Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you're having an awesome day. I am. It's a lovely day here up in South Dakota, and I am just feeling the flow. So I'm hoping that as we connect together, that you'll catch a wave of that as well. And we can also kind of dance as we get to the section where we chat with friends about anything going on with you. Hope we can up vibe that. In the meantime, though, I just want to, just feel you for a second. Hope you can feel me, just kind of connecting in on this line of energy that is already created in our mind's eye before we meet here. Know that our energy friends are waiting, and as we physically show up, then the dance can begin. So let's start with some breathing together. I'm going to scoot back a little, hold a little space for myself, and it feels like the whole front section of the body here is turning red. And I'm just going to feel that for a second, visualize it in my mind's eye. Got a little counterclockwise swirl going on. And when I just let my hands go and do what they need to do, it feels like a releasing energy. Commonly in the energy world, counterclockwise is backwards or undo or reset or relax, one of those frequencies. And I'm just tending to that feeling a little bit. I'm going into the earth with it even. And then just kind of branching out with that. So in your eye, you can see maybe your body as the trunk of a tree and then the rest of it kind of going outward. And now I'm being way off to the right, which is symbolic future for me. And back into that center tone. Now we're going to switch. We're going to take some orange breaths in and out the chest. Go at whatever pace feels good to you. Just visualizing that color moving in and out of your body. Okay, my hand's getting a little lower. I know you can't see it, but it's kind of just churning like this still right over abdomen. And then the color switched to yellow on this layer. And I want to, again, allow some yellow breathing in and out belly. And I'm kind of purposefully sitting with my legs a little bit wider and kind of like dropping the pelvis in, almost like when they have you pull it back and push it out in yoga. This is the dropped forward abdomen with yellow tones breathing. Oh, and it instantly stops, guys. And I'm taken to kind of my 45-degree angle to the right. Now, technically, my hand is going clockwise in this one, which again, just for fun, I'm telling you, but I feel the green energy coming. So it's just a big 45-degree angle, circular green intention. Kind of wanting to go a little faster, so I'm letting it. And then the spiral frequency we're making here is going to be brought with an inhale into the throat. Try it. Now, light body movements are happening here, top body. Again, this is a clockwise piece. Now we're into our blue layer. And as I'm sensing it, it's like the right side wants to go nice, but this left side, it's like, oh, I don't really feel like I have as much pliability there. So I'm just going to lightly draw that visual in my mind before my body gets there that I want it to do. I'm just seeing it go through. There it went. Oh, yeah. It's like seeing it go through that range of motion before you do it. It's actually a point I wanted to make. So I'm going to kind of midstream our session here. In my mind's eye last night, I'm just going to pause that a little bit as we're working the blue. I got this visual from energy, how building energy, creating energy, drawing energy is as easy as tracing a line. And I saw this like black line, like just took a pen, made an arc, and then you just trace it with your mind's eye. That's what visualization is. That's what energy reading is. Not reading, pardon me, energy creating, where we're drawing it. It's kind of the same in reading. You're actually receiving those pieces that are already drawn. But in this instance, we're just seeing it go vibing it. So let's go back into our blue, and just, since I had that tone of it, or it wasn't wanting to move on the left, I'm just bringing my attention back into drawing, just seeing that arc going right here that my body's taking. Up with a straight, legs are extended in my vibe and my mind's eye. Now I'm almost on my tippy toes, even though I'm sitting. Can feel the right arm pulsing as the indigo color comes in. It's a shoulder opening, commonly a carrying energy when we have shoulder frequencies. So without naming it, we're just giving it permission to pulse, get it back in the game. I don't have to carry it. There's a divine stream of energy. We're just kind of letting it move through. Oh, and then it gets again. I feel that sticky feeling. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to lean into it. Make a different arc with it that doesn't feel tense. I'm just going to kind of tone in with that indigo. I'm going to go forehead with that layer, a couple breaths. And then I can feel it just kind of going down the sides of my face, sides of the body, sides of the legs, all the way into the earth on the release there. That's a big one. And how could we leave out violet? We never would. So this cupping motion comes up with my hands. And it's like it's being poured from the sky into my hands. It's like a thickness, almost like paint, overflowing my fingers, falling into the ground. Just letting it arc away. So we just give a little attention and flow and focus to that beautiful violet energy. And I just saw violets, the flower. So as we're really starting to allow this spring dance to come in, the flower can serve a little bit. One more big circle around my energy field with violet. It's almost like we've talked before when we're kind of referencing our guide maps, which is just a way to visualize your space in the energy world. That we're taking the whole area of us, 360, front, back, all the way around, a true sphere. It's as if we're taking our sphere and we're toning it or coloring it in this verbiage with violet. You can make it to the edges, you can color the inside, whatever feels right for you. To me, it's sort of like a crystalline violet energy going all the way around the body. Bringing up, sensing, feeling, reaching out my legs, feeling my space. Feel your space. I think in yoga, that move where it's like a sun salutation, where you reach all the way up and you swing down to the floor, that's what this one kind of feels like. It's a reveling in the space that's mine. It's a joy layer. It's an appreciation layer. It's a acknowledgement layer that we're in the driver's seat of our own energy field. Okay, coming up with this extended prayer posture, elbows touching, slow release. It's like we're just letting it go up and out the ceiling. And then the triangle tone comes in. This is a common tone for me in symbolism. So I'm just letting it do its work, noticing the 3 points, the lines it makes, flipping it upside down. Ooh, there's a good one. There's a heart center tone to pulse with here, triangle energy. It's as easy as just following the flow here. This is sketching. This is drawing in the energy world. This is playing. This is freedom. This is letting your conscious mind link up with your energetic consciousness to sketch. In any art, in any creation, it's healthy, I've found, to have sketching space. Tons of white paper, page after page, note after note, screen after screen if you're in the digital world. Tons of abundance in creation and the space that we play. So one more nice big breath, linking to this whole area that is divine and because we said so yours. Feels like, as I link into this last piece, an offering in relationship with self category, just the easiest concept of being nice or kind to yourself today. I just saw that traditional old-fashioned smiley face that's yellow with the black eyes and the big smile. Kind of that 80s looking one. I think they even referenced it in Forrest Gump where he wiped his face and then there was the smiley face on there. It's that feeling. I'm just taking it in. Our emojis have evolved so much, but there's a really original emoji. Silly, go with me here. Put a bonnet on your head. Male or female, just roll with it. Tie it up. Nice bow. Oh. Thank you, Grandma. That was from my grandma. There's a lot of symbolism in my family around her bonnet and apron. This is on my mother's side, and I'm just holding a little grace there. A little acknowledgement. I felt her frequency even show up at Oprah when one of the people was describing something. I'm pretty sure it was an Oprah thing, and it happened to do with patent leather shoes. And that was one of the very first non-physical signs I absolutely 100% knew was from my grandmother. There's a link to it under Anna B on my path and timeline on my website if you want to read a little bit more about it. But it was just incredible. And to feel that in the now with her is, well, it's exciting. Gives me a thrill. If you ever catch those goosebumps or those spirit bumps, that's a real sure sign of alignment. You and you lining up perfectly. So wherever your tones are in the receiving mode of family or friends or transitioned people, pets, plants, doesn't even matter, whatever frequency it is, you always have access to that energy in the now, and feel free to use any symbolism that matches your world and give yourself a chance to play with it. So as of now, I'm going to make or take the bonnet and call it a strawberry, meaning, hey, energy, I see your message. Thank you, Grandma. And I'll just let that play out a little bit in the next few days and see where I catch other bonnet layers. Johnny, can you do a Google for me too on dream symbolism bonnet and verbalize what you catch? I never take anything for granted when it comes to me when I'm in a blended channel like this. All messages, it all matters. What'd you get?
Represents an attitude or mindset that is focused on being noticed by others as perfectly honest and passive.
Boom.
Feeling good, noticing yourself, never doing anything wrong at all.
There's my OCD, busted.